And one more category, super fit. They burn 4 times more calories than those who are unfit. 4 times more. Coach Greg, and have you ever wondered just how many calories you're burning during exercise? Well, if you have, this is the video for you. I developed a formula, made it into a chart to explain just how many calories you're burning. You have to categorize yourself as being unfit, moderately active, fit, or super fit. Babe, what are you?
That's me, super fit.
Allie thinks she's super fit. Well, let's hear the descriptions and you can define where you are. Unfit means you literally don't exercise. You sit there, you're a couch potato. You don't go for walks, you're not active, you're not lifting weights, you're basically doing nothing. You're taking your health for granted. Hopefully, most of you don't fall into that category. However, the next category is moderately active. This is what I'd hope that most people are. You're doing 150 minutes of cardio a week. You're not doing it once in a while. You're doing that year round. You're hiking, biking, doing some physical exercise. Your heart rate gets up. The next category is you're fit. You know if you're fit. You know when your friends are fit. They're out jogging, biking. They're doing it often. They're not doing 20-minute walks. They're doing an hour bike ride. They're active. Like Coach Greg, riding bikes, training, doing cardio. These people are clearly going to burn more calories than the others. And the last category, super fit. They're competitive marathon runners, triathletes, bike racers, swim teams. They're friggin' fit. They do more cardio than last time. They're probably doing an hour of cardio every single day. These are specimens. They're highly trained. They might be competing. They might be at the provincial, maybe even the national level. They're burning a shit ton of calories. So the reason there's 4 categories is, obviously, the more fit that you are, the more calories you can burn in the same amount of time. If you're unfit and you sit on the couch all the time and someone says, let's go for a bike ride for an hour, you're gonna do the bike ride and hardly turn the pedals. You're not in shape, you can't produce as much power, therefore you burn fewer calories. However, if you ask Lance Armstrong to go for a bike ride, he is super fit. He can ride so fast, he's burning more calories. So as you move up from one category to the next, you burn more calories as you become more fit. And don't get pedantic on me. I know it takes months to go from one category to the next. And to illustrate this example, let's take a 150-pound individual or fellow circle. You're 150 pounds, you're not active, you sit around all the time, and you just haven't learned the importance of being active. So the calories are reflective of someone going at a moderate pace. Not Grandma Josephine. You're not going as slow as you can, but you're not going as hard as you can either. It's the typical effort you would put out if going at a moderate intensity. So take the 150-pound individual. They can burn approximately 240 calories in an hour. If you weigh less than that, you burn less. If you weigh more than that, you burn more. Each weight category is going to burn more and more calories. So if you start walking more often, you go on the treadmill, you go outside for walks, you bike ride, you become more fit. It becomes easier to do that cardio. And therefore, you can go at a higher pace with the same level of perceived effort. So if you keep exercising, you keep practicing, you become better at it. Before you know it, sooner or later, you go from burning 240 calories in an hour to 480. Double the calories. Literally, you can burn twice as many calories as someone who is unfit. Why? Because you're now moderately active. Your heart becomes better, more efficient. You're better at recovering from the bouts of exercise that you're doing. What once was hard at 2 miles an hour now becomes easy at 3 miles an hour. You can walk 4 miles an hour. You burn more calories because you're moving at a faster rate. You used to walk up the hill with the bike. Now you're pedaling up that hill. You're burning more calories. And Coach Greg, that's where I was about 4 years ago. I was moderately active. Moderately active. I went to the gym, I lifted weights, I did a little bit of cardio, I warmed up 10, 15 minutes a day. I was moderately active. Couldn't burn that many calories. I was never inactive. I was never a couch potato, so I always could burn a respectable amount of calories. So if you're already moderately active and you want to burn more calories, you want a faster metabolism, you want to eat more, you can exercise more. Rather than 150 minutes of cardio a week, you could do 300. Rather than going at a moderate pace, you could do intervals sometimes. You can push a little bit harder. And the harder you go and the longer you go for, the more your heart improves. And you can now put up a greater sustained effort. That greater sustained effort is going to result in more calories burned. You started off, you were walking 2 miles an hour. Later you trained, now you're at 4 miles an hour, and you kept practicing. Guess what? Now you're jogging. Now you're jogging. Used to be fatigued walking up the flight of stairs. Used to be tired every time you had to walk up a hill. Now you're jogging up that hill. You are now fit. So when you go out and do your hour of cardio, you're going at a faster pace. You're jogging. You ride bikes up the hill. When you run fit, you couldn't even ride that bike up the hill. And guess what? You're again burning more calories. You went from 240, then it was 480, now it's 720. Literally 3 times as many calories as when you were unfit. That's way more. Just think, the unfit person would need to go for 3 hours to burn the same amount of calories as you now burn in an hour because you're fit. And one more category, super fit. They burn 4 times more calories than those who are unfit. 4 times more. They go for 15 minutes and they burn just as many calories as you did in an hour. And you wonder why I tell people to do cardio. And you wonder why I preach that if you do cardio, it's the king of keeping you lean. When you're fit or super fit, do you know how easy it is to burn calories? You go for a joyride on the bike, easy cardio, and you're burning 2, 3, 4 times more calories than when you're unfit. And no, it's not easy. It's a lot of work. To be super fit, that takes a lot of dedication. So am I saying to everyone you need to be super fit? No. What I'm saying is whatever category you're in, can you maybe move it up 1 category? Because if you can, think of how many more calories you're going to burn. You're unfit, try to be moderately active. You're moderately active, try to become fit. And if you're fit but unhappy with your calorie burning, why not compete in triathlons, marathon running, bike racing, become super fit? Coach Greg, I went from being moderately active to fit, and I'm now racing even more on the bike. And if I keep this up, I might become super fit. So if you're super fit, 960 calories in an hour. That's if you're 150 pounds. And the larger you are, you burn more calories. Bigger muscles, bigger bodies, they burn more calories. So take someone who's 200 pounds. I'm almost 200, I'm way over 190 pounds. If I'm unfit, burn 300 calories. Moderately fit, 600. If I become fit, 900, and super fit, 1200. As you can see, 300 calories in an hour becomes 600. Later becomes 9, and later 1200 calories. 1200 in an hour. That's incredible. But remember, those people are super fit. And if you want a more accurate assessment of how many calories, you can go to my website. We're going to leave a link in the description. Click on the description, enter your gender and age, and it'll spit out the calories that it estimates you're burning. Of course, it's just an estimate. No one knows exactly, but it's a pretty good guess. You've probably tried to track your BMR. You write in a calculator, BMR. It's not 100% accurate. Of course there's errors. Of course there's errors in this. You may or may not be able to exercise at the rate predicted. But it's a good guess and it's a good starting point so that you can accurately determine the calories that you're burning. And if you're female, you're going to burn approximately 10% fewer calories than that listed for men at the same weight. Why? Because on average, females are about 10% slower than males at the same weight performing cardio. Simply a matter of averages. Obviously, there are some elite female athletes who can burn more calories than most men, but what we've done is we've taken the average for the best estimate for you. So whether you're 100, 200, or 300 pounds, we're going to leave a link in the description. You can click it. You enter your weight and your gender, and it will tell you just how many calories you're going to burn based on the fitness category that you've assigned yourself. You've watched the video, you should be able to decide which category you're in, and if you want to get into a higher category, well, train harder than last time. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. Bloops are over there. Watch one of those. Buy my freaking cookbook. Help you lose weight. Keep it up. Buy a coaching plan from the team, Coach Greg. And until next time, I'm out.